Okay, our topic for today is about transport mechanism. So at the end of this module, the students are expected to define what is osmosis and distinguish between osmosis and diffusion. So osmosis is a passive process and happens without any expenditure of energy. It involves the movement of molecules from the region of the higher concentration to the lower concentration until the concentration becomes equal on either side of the membrane or hanggang ma-reach natin yung equilibrium na sinasabi. Any solvent can undergo the process of osmosis including gases and supercritical liquids. So in layman's explanation, di ba, ang osmosis ay ang tuloy-tuloy na paggalaw ng molecules sa pamamagitan ng semi-permeable membrane. Then ang osmosis din ay ginagamit upang isalarawan ang prosesong pisikal kung saan gumagalaw ang kahit anong solusyon na hinihiwalay ang dalawang solusyon ng magkaibang konsentrasyon. So, ang basic na example niyan is we have example of an osmosis is kapag tawag ito, nilagay natin ang isang one piece of a potato sa in 20 minutes sa distilled water. So ano mangyayari, 'di ba? It will become larger, longer, and firmer. So same with the cotton. 'Di ba pansin niyo kapag yung bulak cotton, 'di ba kapag nilagay niyo sa tubig, ang mangyayari is i-absorb niya kung ano yung nasa tubig. So the water concentration of distilled water, ibig sabihin niya is higher compared sa water concentration ng potato cells. So therefore, the water molecules move by osmosis from the distilled water in the potato cells, causing them to swell and become turgid. Kaya na-absorb niya yung molecules. Kaya nga may sinasabi, kapag sa osmosis, dapat equal sila. Kung ano yung nasa isa, yun din dapat yung isa. So, halimbawa, sa letter A, mas maraming, yung concentration niya is mas marami compare sa letter B. Ang ginagawa ni osmosis is, ito transfer yung ibang concentration from letter A to letter B hanggang maging equal sila. Hanggang ma-reach natin yung equilibrium na sinasabi. Okay, next we have the three different types of solution. So we have number one is isotonic solution, hypertonic solution, and the hypotonic solution. So anong kaibahan ng tatlo? So si isotonic solution is one that has the same concentration of solutes both sides and outside the cell. Next, a hypertonic solution is one that has a higher solute concentration outside the cell and inside. Then hypotonic solution is the one that has a higher solute concentration inside the cell. Di ba? Parang magulo. Ganito yung layman's explanation yan. Si isotonic solution, sinasabi, have the same water concentration on both sides of the cell membrane. So, di ba sinasabi ko kanina, anong meron sa letter A, meron din sa letter B. So, the basic example or pinakamadaling example ng isotonic solution is our blood, yung dugo. So, si dugo, same concentration sa labas, di ba? Mixture. Di ba? Yung solution, same concentration ng isang, both sides nga ng cell. Di ba? Kapag mas malaki yung isa, mas maraming concentration ng isa, may tendency yung dugo natin magmi-mix sa water, di ba? Kapag napansin niyo kapag nilagay yung dugo sa tubig, di ba masyadong matagal pa siya bago magmi-mix sa water. Okay, next, the hypertonic solution naman have less water than a cell. So, ang number one example ng hypertonic solution is yung seawater. 'Di ba? Ibig sabihin ng hypertonic, mas marami ang solute sa isang solution. So, number one example or pinaka-basic example ng hypertonic solution is the seawater. So, that's the reason why, di ba kapag swimming nasa dagat, di ba bakit sa tingin nyo nauuhaw ang isang tao, yung individual? Di ba nagsiswimming tayo? Di ba pag ahon natin parang uhaw na uhaw tayo, nasa tubig naman tayo. Bakit sa tingin nyo? Anyone? Anyone? Nauubusan ng oxygen? Another? Exhausted po. Parang pagod lang sa swimming. Pagod. Okay, another. Dahil sa chlorine ng pool. Sa ganito ha, di ba si hypertonic, the pressure of water decreases puma. Okay. So, di ba si hypertonic solution, it has less water. Di ba? Mas more on, marami yung and more solute such as salt or yung mga sugar. Para kang naglagay na, di ba, nagtimpla ka ng gatas. Mas marami ang gatas mo compare sa tubig mo. Ganyan si hypertonic solution. Si isotonic solution kasi kanina is equal. Di ba? Nagtimpla ka ng gatas. Equal yung dami ng gatas mo sa dami ng ng tubig mo. Si hypertonic naman is marami ang gatas mo kesa sa tubig mo. Ganon. So, halimbawa ha, if you place an animal or plant cells in an hypertonic solution, the cell shrinks. So, dahil it loses water, nawawala yung tubig mo. Same with sa tao, bakit nauuhaw tayo? Kasi nga, nababawasan tayo ng water. So, water moves from the higher concentration inside the cell to a lower concentration outside. That's the reason why nauuhaw tayo kapag nasa dagat. Okay, next is we have the hypotonic solutions. So hypotonic solutions have more water than cells. So number one example ng hypotonic solution is we have the tap water and the pure water, yung iniinom natin. So a single animal cells placed in a hypotonic solution will fill up with water and burst so sasabog. So that's why, halimbawa, di ba, example, that's the reason why, di ba, kapag yung, di ba nalagyan ng blood stain yung damit natin, di ba kapag lagyan natin ng tubig, anong nangyayari? Anong nangyayari, di ba? Mas lalong kumakalat yung dugo. So, ganyan si hypotonic solution. So, plant cells have a cell wall around outside that stops them from bursting. So, plant cell will swell up in a hypotonic solution but will not burst. Okay, next. So, ito na. So, ito na nangyayari, di ba? Ito si hypertonic. Di ba equal, yung sabi ko kanina. Then si isotonic, mas marami yung solute. Then si hypotonic. Ito. Okay, next. So we have the two types of osmosis. Number one is the endosmosis and the exosmosis. Anong kaibahan ng dalawa? When a substance is placed in a hypotonic solution, the solvent molecules move inside the cell and the cell becomes turgid or undergoes deplasmolysis. So ito yung sinasabi natin endosmosis. Next, exosmosis naman is when a substance is placed in a hypertonic solution, the solvent molecules move. So these are the effects of osmosis in cell. Number one, osmosis affects the cell differently. Ito na yung sinasabi ko sa hypotonic kanina. An animal cell will list when placed in a hypotonic solution compared sa plant kasi nga mas makapal ang cell wall ng plant compare sa animals. Then the cell, hindi siya sasabog yung plant cell ng animals kasi nga makapal yung walls niya. Then the cell will not burst when placed in a hypotonic solution. So in fact, a hypotonic solution is ideal for plant cells. The next is the animal cells survive only, kasi animal cells survive only in an isotonic solution. So in an isotonic solution, the plant cells are no longer turgid and the leaves of the plant drop. So the osmotic flow can be stopped or reversed. It is also called, it is nasabi reverse osmosis by exerting an external pressure to the sides of the solute. So the minimum pressure required to stop the solvent transfer is called the osmotic pressure. Next. So what is osmotic pressure? So osmotic pressure is the pressure that requires to stop the water from diffusing through a membrane of osmosis. So ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng diffusing? Baka naku-confuse kayo. Anong ibig sabihin ng diffusing? Anyone? Okay, spread, kumakalat. Okay, tama, kumakalat. So it is determined by the concentration of the solute. So the water diffuses into the area from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. So when the concentration of the substance in the two areas in contact is different, the substance will diffuse until the concentration is uniform throughout. Gets? Diba yung sabi ko kanina, kapag maraming concentration kay letter A, so when the concentration of the substance in the two areas is different, the substance will diffuse para maging equal or ma-reach natin yung equilibrium na sinasabi. Diffusion. Diba? It is the process of moving particles from a region of the higher concentration to the lower concentration until equilibrium is reached. Na. So, the basic example of diffusion is, di ba kapag nasa kwarto tayo, di ba nagsispray kayo, di ba merong air freshener, nagsispray ka, yung aroma is nagsispread within the four corners of your room. Kaya kayong aroma is, di ba, kahit saang parte ka ng kwarto mo na maaamoy at maaamoy mo siya. Yan yung example ng diffusion. Next. Uy, nasa last, ano na pala ako? Last slide. Oh, oh. The last slide. So, what's the difference of osmosis and diffusion? So, it is, sa osmosis, it is limited to liquid medium. So, osmosis, liquid lang talaga siya. Solutions lang siya. So, sa diffusion, pwede siya mangyari sa liquid, gas, and solids. Ganun. Then next, osmosis, it requires a semi-permeable membrane. Then sa diffusion, hindi na kailangan. Then sa osmosis, it depends on the number of solute particles dissolved in the solvent. Diba? Ano yung universal solvent? Tao ba ko? Solvent natin? Water. Okay, very good, Bartolay. Water. Then, sa diffusion, hindi na kailangan ng water for the movement of particles, di ba? Kasi nga sa osmosis, bakit kailangan ng water? Kasi nga in liquid na state lang siya gumagana. So diffusion kasi kahit solid or gas siya gumagana or kaya mag-move. Then sa osmosis, the flow of particles occurs only in one direction. Then sa diffusion, sa lahat ng direction. Then next is osmosis. The entire process can either be stopped or reversed by applying the additional pressure on both sides. Then sa diffusion, this process can neither be stopped nor reversed. Then sa osmosis, occurs only between similar types of solutions. Same with the diffusion. Then osmosis, it involves the movement of any solvent molecules from one side to another. Then next, sa diffusion naman, it involves, same sila sa osmosis and diffusion. Then next, osmosis is the concentration Then sa osmosis, the concentration of the solvent does not become equal on both sides of the membrane. Then the concentration of the diffusion substance equalizes to fill the available spaces. So sa diffusion kasi, lahat ng spaces, nagagamit or ginagamit niya. Then next is, sa osmosis, it depends on the solute potential. Then sa diffusion, does not depend on solute potential kasi nga pwede siyang sa liquid, gas, and even solids. Kaya nga sa osmosis, kailangan ng solute potential because liquid medium or liquid state lang siya. Then sa osmosis, only water or another solvent move from region of higher concentration to the lower. Then sa diffusion, no need, any type of substance pwede, di ba, mapaliquid, gas, or solid, pwede siya i-move from the highest energy or concentration to the region of lowest energy or concentration. Then lastly, in osmosis, it is not associated with uptake of minerals and nutrients. Then sa diffusion naman, it helps in the uptake of minerals and nutrients. Okay, that ends our lesson for today. Any questions, clarifications?